Good time zone, friends. It's Druidsfire, and I've got the answer to a question. Now, in 2026, Dungeons & Dragons Online celebrated its 20th anniversary, and as part of the celebration, Standing Stone Games gave every single character on the game a little token that you can turn into an NPC to get a piece of raid gear. Now, this was basically a new version of the Raiders Reward Box, which is basically a box of raid gear for non-raiders. It's generally not the latest and greatest and stuff. A fact which caused a bunch of consternation in the community. But for those of us who don't raid on the regular and, this may not know what to do with a Raiders Reward Box and ask the question, well, what should I get out of the box? There's a whole bunch of videos. Our good friend Shrim Tom has a video out as to what to pick from this box. But the number one choice, if you ask just about anybody in the community, and they're going to tell you, get the Quiver of Alacrity. Why? If you don't already have it, it is an item that drops from the Ascension Chamber raid and is a minimum level 1 item. So it is the perfect item to take with you through all of your reincarnations if you decide to start reincarnating your characters and get epic past lives, epic past lives, all the other fun stuff. This thing can take you just throw it in your quiver slot and forget about it. But there's a caveat. The actual quiver item has an upgrade on it. And we'll take you through the steps of the upgrade. Regular players who have been, running Ascension Chamber for years and years, who beat up the Black Abbot, who know about the thing in the orchard, this video really isn't going to be your jam. You already know this stuff. This is for folks who haven't done the raid and don't want to necessarily flag for it. They don't have all the knowledge that you have. So, that's the question. Is like, well, I got my Quiver of Alacrity, now what? Because I've already got my quiver on this particular character, and I'll show you what it looks like. There it is. It's like, well, why would I pick that? Range Alacrity? I'm not a ranged character. Why should I take this? The upgrade is the important thing. Alright? So, let's assume you picked up your quiver from Mina. You need to go to the Necropolis. The Necropolis is an adventure pack that is available in the DDO store or as part of the VIP system. So if you're paying the VIP, then you have access to the Necropolis if you haven't purchased it entirely. So you can get to the Necropolis by going to House Fjarlin and going up the hill. Okay. Because one thing is, in order to make this work, you have to upgrade the quiver to add the shiny. And what's the shiny? The shiny is adding a 30% run speed. And why is it important to do it on this particular thing? Because that means you don't have to put your run speed on any of these other items. It's out of your face, it's out of the way, and then you can free up an augment slot somewhere or a gear slot somewhere else in the gear Tetris. So this is the perfect item for anybody who doesn't raid on the regular and may not necessarily care about the cosmetic appearance of any of the other raid items in that anniversary picker box or any future or past Raiders Reward Box you may just have floating around. So, you get to the Necropolis by going north from House Fjarlin, aka House P, and we're going to go see what's what. For those experienced players, seasoned players, with a dash of salt, black pepper, and garlic, like a good steak, you already know what we're doing. So, this is the lower Necropolis. And we need to go to the upper Necropolis. So, we're going to ride past all these beautiful people. And we're going to go all the way past all these cool quests, which I highly recommend you do the quests at least once. They're a lot of fun. Most of them you can solo. I believe there's one that you might need some friends. Alright, we're going to go to the upper Necropolis. So, when we're talking about an upgrade, what does that mean? It means you need to do a couple of things. You need to take the item and put it in a particular thing, a shrine or a particular altar or whatever, and then that will destroy the thing. You put that plus the needed ingredient or ingredients, and then it will spit out the item that you're looking for. In this case, it's going to destroy your quiver and give you a new quiver that's got what it currently has, but then adds the run speed on it. It's really cool. All right. And you can also see the requests here in the upper necropolis, but we are curious to talk to this lady over there. We're going to talk to her in a minute, but this is what you need. This is the Fountain of Necrotic Might. Dun, 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 dun. And this is the thing that's going to take your ingredients, and you're going to find these things throughout DDO for other systems, is that you're going to have an item that you then add ingredients to that you pick up doing other things, and then you upgrade your item into something cooler. In this case, you can click and see what it can do. Ooh, upgrade item. Ooh, upgrade item. Quiver of Alacrity. And this is the thing we're going to be fishing for. What this will do is it'll remove that upgradable item tag and add striding 30%. So this is not as good as the Epic Quiver of Alacrity, but the Epic Quiver has a negative 50 concentration on it. So for casters, that may not be so good. It does have an improvement to the striding. It has striding and attack speed bonus, so that's kind of nifty. But it also is a min-level 20 item, so the regular Quiver of Alacrity is the one that you want to pick out of that anniversary box or future raid reward thing. Unless you already have one, then you want the epic one, you know. Alright, so this is what we're going to be doing, but it says, oh, you need a seal of the Black Abbot. Well, how the hell do you get that? You get that by a few different ways. And we'll tell you about the seal of the Black Abbot here real quick. And I'm going to turn on the page. This is on DDO Wiki, so thanks to the Wiki for keeping this up to date. And this tells you about the seal. Well, you need this. Okay, so where do I get one? Oh my god. So there's 3 ways to get it. Number 1, you run the Ascension Chamber raid, kill the Black Abbot, loot his chest, and you have either a 10% chance on hard or a 15% chance on elite to get the whole seal, nothing but the seal, well, along with whatever loot. And then you bring the seal and your quiver here, and then and this fountain will make it the hotness. All right, but again, this Raiders reward box is for people who don't normally raid. What? So, and again, the quiver itself is actually available if you want to get the quiver without a special standing stone giveaway of some kind during like an anniversary or something to make this evergreen. You can just get the quiver itself dropping from the Ascension Chamber raid featuring the Black Abbot. A lot of fun, kick his butt, take his loot. But again, there's a lot of work to flag for the raid. You have to do a bunch of quests, and then you flag, and then you go do the raid. Fun times. But if you're unlucky in loot drops from the raid, and you just happen to have one of these picker boxes, then you can pick the quiver, and we can go to town. But how do you get a seal? Well, again, it can drop straight from the raid. However, there's another way. It takes a bit of work. And again, it does require access to the Necropolis quest pack, adventure pack, quest pack, call it what you will. Or Being VIP gives you access. And you can go to the Orchard Wilderness Zone, which is located right near where we are in-game. And as you can see on the webpage for the Seal of the Black Abbot, there is a link that you can turn in a completed shield frame to Rasella Unity in the Upper Necropolis, or a completed Tome of Untold Legends to... I can't read this, it's so small. Like Howland. So we saw Rasella. You can't see it in the game. Bill Howland. Alright, so But where do you get the shield frame? Where do you get the Tome of Untold Legends? You, first of all, talk to them to get the quest to get the item. And then you go into the Necropolis Wilderness. And you're going to run the rares. If you go to the website for the Necropolis, you're going to see a couple of maps. There's the lower map that leads to the upper map. The upper map is the one that we're curious about. And so, yeah, you want to go to the upper Necropolis. And I'm going to go to that one specifically. And there's a map there. But what you want to do is you want to go to the Orchard of the Macabre. The Orchard is the wilderness zone that is attached to the upper Necropolis. And I'm trying to find the page for that. Here we go. The Orchard of the Macabre. And you can run this on your max level character, on the heroic, nobody cares. Because you're not here for the XP of killing the mobs, you are looking for the map. And there's even a map on here that will show you good routes for good drops from hitting all the rares. So check that out on ddowiki.com. But let's go in game and I'll show you what I got. So in my inventory, you see these 8 items right here. Let me drop them down so they stick out a little bit more. And we'll take a quick look at them. And I want to give a shout out to Titus Ovid, who actually gave me these. I won these in one of his Orion massive giveaway things that he had done a few years back. So these are all 8 of the shield fragments. So somebody did some farming. So you're going to go over here. You're going to talk to Rosella for the shield, or Bilk for the tome. And you're going to collect all 8 items to go with either one. So she's talking about the shield. A brave adventurer did battle with the Lady Ball. I just have tea with her, you know. And then we have a lot of fun. So we're going to find her the pieces of the shield. And alternatively, there is the tome. And the pieces, I would point out, these are the frames that we're going to use. So we're going to need the frame. I'm going to leave this one up here. So this is the shield frame. And all 8 of these shield pieces will fit in this frame once I throw them in the... once I turn that into her. So we're going to do the thing. And then we will take our... she'll give us the option for a seal. So let's talk to her. It's not filled yet. Shield cannot be finished without all of the pieces. So we have all of the pieces. We need to take all the pieces over here. And we're going to put this down here. Boop. Oh no. The foul waters discharge your free. Oh wait. That's right. This doesn't do this. See, this is why, this is my first time doing this. So, new to me. So, you all learn this the same way as I do. Alright, you click on it. Okay. You click on it, and you got the thing here. It's actually kind of cool. And then you slot your 8 items. Ooh, okay. That's pretty neato. Nope, they don't double click. You have to drag and drop. Okay, so I have all 8 items, and notice the icon of the shield updates itself. So now it's completed. Now I can talk to Rosella and give her the pieces of the shield. And she's going to give me a choice of an item. And the one you want is the Seal of the Black Abbot. Don't worry about any of these other ones unless you already have done this and you're going back for seconds. Because, again, these are other items. Again, it's min level 14. So, unless you're playing level 14, you don't have anything else better to do. But we're here for the seal. Arf, arf, arf. Alright. Seal binds to... Well, it doesn't actually say... It binds to account. It should note that the shield pieces, the fragments, and the tome fragments are unbound. You can trade them, you can barter them. There is a big honkin' trade going on the shard exchange, on the auction house, just between players. You can, you know, DM somebody on Discord, or somebody on Discord will say, oh hey, I've got XYZ, I'm looking for ABC, and then you go to town. And as you can see, it's a repeatable quest. You can do as many times as you dang well please, which I'm gonna do. Alright, now that we've got this, again, you can't update something if it's in your stuff. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna click here, and we're gonna put that down there. Ooh, we're gonna upgrade our Quiver of Alacrity. Yay! And there we go. And now I've got striding on it. I've got range. Now this one also has an additional tag on it called gift that is only applicable to quivers that are obtained during the 2026 DDO anniversary through the picker box on anniversary. The token that you get anytime between the time this video is recorded on February 28th, which is DDO's actual 20th anniversary date, right here on this date. You'll probably see this video like ages later. And then after that, yep, it's all good. So, well, what if I didn't already have the 8 pieces of the shield and I couldn't find anybody who was trading? Or maybe they didn't have the pieces I was looking for. Then what you want to do is you want to go to the Necropolis Wilderness, and you want to go beat up on things until you get things sorted out. So there are actually 2, by the way, there are 2 fountains of necrotic might. We're down by the one down here, right by the entrance. But there is one further up the way, and I'm going to go find it. Actually, I'm not going to find it because that's a quest. So we're going to go run around the Orchard of the Macabre. See, other people are doing things. Oh, somebody's an Anne McCaffrey fan. Kill a Chandra. Alright. Let's go. And again, you don't have to do this on Epic. You can do it on Heroic as a max level character. Nobody cares. And then we're going to go find one of the rares. Listen to Cordovan as my sentient jewel. I have the sentient jewel, the timid, as my thing. And let me grab the map. For the rares. So we are right by the door. And so basically, you're going to go look for some rares to go beat up. Yay, Featherfall. And so a lot of these rares have like a couple of different spaces or places that they park or where they hang out. So you just have to find if they're home and then kick their butt. And then if you're fortunate, you'll get the tomes that you're looking for. So apparently I don't know where to find these things because I haven't really done a lot of stuff here in the orchard. So I'm not as familiar with all the pathing as everybody else is. So that's fine. It can be a learning experience for everybody. So it do be that. So one of the dudes is normally found around here. The Northern Crypts.
Promised the power of death.
You're gonna look for red named mobs, and you're gonna kill them quite dead. And so that's basically what you do, is you go farm the pieces for either the tome or the shield, and then you can go in and oh, he is inside up here, inside up there. he's here. Let's go see. Anybody home? Nice little tomb. So he doesn't seem to be home right now. But yeah, basically you go farm the pieces, then you go back to either Bilk or Racina, and then once you get all 8 things, you fill out their specific quest, and then you can go from there. So, yeah. And then you too can get your Quiver of Alacrity upgraded to get striding. And again, look at that. It doesn't have min-level, so you can use it any level you are, and it takes the need to have a striding item. Right now my striding item is my Epic Voice of the Master, which I don't need on this character, but hey, slots are awesome, so it's fun. So if you have any questions, drop a comment in the link below, or drop a comment in the thing. If you like this kind of content, do feel free to toss a subscribe on the channel. I am currently a DDO content creator under the Aegis of Standing Stone Games, and so yes, I will be doing DDO content creation. And you can also watch me on my own channel on Twitch, doing live streams on twitch.tv/Druidsfire, and I also stream on DDO Stream, which is Dungeons & Dragons Online's official Twitch presence, and my show is currently sitting at Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern, whatever time. So thanks for watching, and again, hope you enjoy, and if you get the Epic Quiver, you're fine. But you definitely want the base quiver to take you through your entire leveling process without taking up a slot somewhere else. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye now.